About 4 months ago, I started this channel and I've written every script. I recorded every video. I learned cameras and editing and thumbnails and titles. And after roughly 50 videos, posting consistently 2 and 3 times a week, this channel is still just on the launch pad waiting to take off. There hasn't been a viral video. There's no massive subscriber spike or no overnight success story. I don't have a single video with over 100 views. And most of them, to be honest, get less than 50. And if you spent any time on YouTube, you'll find plenty of people willing to tell me exactly what that means. They'll tell me the niche is too big or maybe it's too narrow. The content or the strategy is all wrong. Maybe I should just quit and try something else. But I don't think any of that is the real reason. Because after more than 25 years building businesses and running companies, I've seen this exact situation before. And it has nothing to do with YouTube and really everything with building a business. Hi, I'm Matt. I've spent over 25 years building companies as a serial entrepreneur and helping small business owners navigate challenges and avoid costly mistakes. And today, I want to talk about something a little different. Not cash flow, not hiring, not buying or selling a business. I want to talk about what happens when you're putting in the work and the results aren't there. Well, at least not yet. Because whether you're building a business or a YouTube channel, there's a place a lot of people eventually find themselves, just like I did. Let's start with something important. I didn't start this channel because I thought YouTube was going to make me rich. If you've watched this channel for any length of time, I'm sure you already know that's the case. I started this channel because over the years, I've seen these experts tell people that the key to being successful is just to work harder or out hustle your competition and just keep going without giving any real practical tools to actually succeed. And I've watched new business owners make mistakes that were just avoidable. I've watched entrepreneurs spend money that they didn't need to spend. They quit their jobs too early and they launched without validating demand. They bought businesses that they had no reason to buy. And sometimes all they needed was a few better answers. And that's what Beyond BST is supposed to be. It's a place for practical advice, real world experience, the stuff people usually learn the hard and expensive way. So when I look at this channel today, I don't judge it based only on subscribers or views. I judge it based on whether it's helping the people I set out to build it for. And that brings me to something I've probably never said clearly enough. This channel isn't for everyone. If you're looking for shortcuts, probably not your channel. If you're looking for someone to tell you that, entrepreneurship is easy, definitely not your channel. But if you're sitting at your kitchen table trying to figure out whether your business idea makes sense, if you're maybe pre-revenue, or if you're wondering whether what you're doing is right, if you're trying to avoid expensive mistakes, you are precisely who I built this for. Welcome. And honestly, whether it's coaching or consulting or this YouTube channel, that's the type of person I enjoy helping the most. And that's where this whole YouTube thing, well, I guess it gets interesting. Because the people I built this channel for are dealing with the exact same questions that I am right now. How long do you keep going before you decide something just isn't working? One of the biggest problems today is that we've completely distorted our expectations. Everything is supposed to happen immediately. Businesses are supposed to scale overnight. Social media accounts are supposed to just explode, and YouTube channels are supposed to go viral. And when they don't, we assume that something's wrong. And sometimes, sure, that might be the case. But sometimes we're just early. And that's what I see in business every single day. Most successful businesses don't look successful in the beginning. They look uncertain and messy, and they probably look slow because sometimes they're operating for months before anybody even notices, maybe even years. But all the while, the owner is learning and adjusting and improving and, yes, making mistakes. But all that is building foundations nobody else can see. And that's the dangerous part because most people quit during the foundation stage. Now, don't get me wrong, results still matter. I mean, it's a question of when to measure them. And to be honest, I don't think I'm there yet with this channel. I've learned a ton these last few months. Looking back on it, my early videos weren't very good. Some of my current videos still aren't where I want them to be. And I've learned that what I think is a great video idea isn't always what viewers are looking for. I've learned that a great video can die because of a weak title or a thumbnail. And I've learned that the first 30 seconds matter way more than I ever imagined. I remember spending hours on one video thinking, this is the one. It was a great topic. It was good information. The editing was spot on. And then nobody watched it, like 10 views. And that's when I realized creating the video and getting someone to click on the video are two completely different skills. So I'm still learning. And learning isn't failure. It's just part of the process. In fact, most of the businesses I've built required a period where I guess I had no idea if what I was doing was going to be successful. And all that brings me back to the original question. Why am I still doing this? I guess it's because I still believe in what this channel is trying to accomplish. I still believe there are people out there who need practical business advice. And I still enjoy making these videos. And maybe even most importantly, I don't think 50 videos is enough information to make the decision. So I'll make another 50. 4 months ago, I had 0 videos. Today, I have 50. 4 months ago, I had 0 subscribers. Today, I have a few more than that. And 4 months ago, nobody was watching. And today, a few people are. A few more every day. And is it where I want to be? No. But is it miles from where I started? Absolutely. If a business owner was sitting across from me with this same scenario, I wouldn't tell them to quit because things were taking longer than expected. I'd tell them to evaluate, adjust, and learn and improve and keep going if the fundamentals still make sense. So that is exactly what I'm doing. Not because I'm stubborn, because I haven't seen enough evidence to reach a different conclusion yet. If you're working on something right now, a business, a side hustle, a project, a goal, and you're frustrated because the results aren't showing up yet, I want you to consider something. Maybe it's failing. I mean, that's possible, but maybe it's not. Maybe you're still just learning or building, or maybe you're still laying out a foundation that nobody else can see yet. And those are very different things. As always, hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give me a like, give me a subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And also, I'm curious about something. Have you ever stuck with something longer than other people thought you would, or maybe even you thought you would? I mean, maybe it's a business or a career, a project, anything. Let me know down in the comments. I genuinely like to hear that story. And if you're one of the people this channel was built for, hey, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. One of the hardest parts of building anything isn't just the work, the blood, the sweat, and the tears. It's deciding whether you are looking at failure or simply a process that is taking you longer than you expected. And only you can make that decision, whether it's time to pull the plug or keep going and see the vision through. I'll see you in the next one. Now, take a deep breath. You got this. All right. What's next?